Let's do it.
Nico, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to this 2022. Can't wait to get going on the road.
Hey, tell me, this was just the most amazing tournament. I mean, it turned, after everything we've gone through the last 2 years. So what's your take on it?
They just do a tremendous job. We know how they go about their business in Australia, and Craig Tiley always has spearheaded that tournament for the past decade or so in the best way. Players are always going out of their way to recognize the job that they do. So I'm very happy by the way it transpired once it started, and we could not have two better champions. Talk about being an example for the kids, an example for the game, how you carry yourself, how to be humble by being a champion. Ash Barty is just she's just the best example we could have as a female tennis player. And what else can you say about Rafa? Just untying that record and going to 21 and the way he did it. What a comeback! What a way to show humility and fight. The two best examples we could have had.
Barty really seems like to be a dominant player, like Serena. A lot of other possible, champions have come in and put in their heads out there, such as Bianca and so forth, and the English girl. But Barty seems like she's here to stay in the long term.
Well, she's won the three majors except the U.S. Open. I believe she has a complete game. That backhand slice goes a long way in the WTA Tour. I think she does a lot of damage with that, and she's asserting herself, being more confident. Sometimes she could have an off match, but we have not seen many of those lately. She goes about her business the right way. She makes the right sacrifices, staying away from her home for 6 months at a time during this pandemic. So I like it, and I like that the gods of tennis are rewarding her with such wins. On an interesting note, read an article that Craig Tiley, her coach, was talking about the U.S. Open and how they play with different balls, the man and the woman, and he thinks that that is not to Ashley's advantage to play with a lighter ball. He wishes it was a unified ball, and I thought that was a very interesting comment coming from a guy that is so close to Barty. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that one.
Well, what I found interesting is what you just mentioned. She was on the road for 6 months, and the U.S. Open was the end of that road. I think that, there might have been some kind of fatigue there, that being 6 months away is a tough journey, as we all know. So.
Well, yeah, definitely. And having to go into New York, the most hectic of all the cities that we have majors, it also takes a toll. I know it did on me, but she's a very laid back person. She likes to go about her organizing events very simply, and that's not easy to do in a city like New York.
So, what's your take? I mean, our Canadian boys were so close and did, we all died, and we're so proud of them, though. So what was your take on Felix and Dennis?
I really thought Dennis was going to beat Rafa. I mean, I saw him playing the rounds before. He was striking a very clean ball. He's moving very well. You can tell the off-season work has paid off. He's a lot stronger. His ball is traveling fast through the court, and he finished fifth, losing to the champion in the quarterfinals. But he's coming along. He's been patient. He's added the right tools to his arsenal. He's working well outside the times of competition. So I see him just becoming better and better. And also Felix, I always talk about Felix because Felix's issues with the forehand, he seems to have those under control. The second serve, we've also talked about his second serve issues sometimes, that it's too flat, too straight, doesn't have enough of a curve on it. He seems to have that under control. So we know how serious they are about their work, and it's paying off. And they were really close this time. And I mentioned them going into the Australian Open, and I was not disappointed. Great tennis from both guys.
You should know that in the juniors, we had one of the girls that came out of our academy, Vicky Moboko, and another one, Kayla Cross, whose father used to be in our academy, that got to the finals. So we were really excited about the performance of Canadians at the Australian Open. Last question. When we're talking about doubles, how about that men's doubles, and how excited was Kyrgios?
I loved watching that. I'm a big Nick Kyrgios and Alexio Kokinakis fan. I mean, Alex he's had such a tough road. I'm very happy he won the singles. I think winning a major, even if it's in doubles, it's a huge springboard for the singles career. And I hope this gives Nick a taste of what it is to succeed at the highest level. And I think he has the tools to do it. So I'm really looking forward for what is to come from these two guys. After winning a title, beating two Aussies in the final, that's the spirit of things down under. I can only imagine how happy the tennis crowd was there, and it was a huge success. And I think it's good for the event. It was a colorful participation by Kokinakis and Kyrgios with a couple of flame ups here and there, but the serving champions, and they were tough. If you saw some of the points, it's the way they went about playing the game of doubles is just fantastic. Yes, there was a lot of power, but those two have a lot of touch as well.
I must tell you, I'm a Kyrgios fan as well, and I just thought he was like a junior. He was so excited and so forth. And before the match, after the match, you could see, everybody embraced him and so forth. So good for him. We need somebody like him in the game. Nico, thank you so much. Good luck on the road. Good recovery with your knee. I know you just had a knee replacement. You're trying to follow me. You've got one more to go, a hip and a back fusion, and then we'll be even. One love, brother.
Don't slow down because I'll catch you, old timer. Be well, Pierre. Good
Bye-bye.
to talk to you.